Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of season 4 of the Career Mode RTG. Today we will find out whether we will or will not win the title, get automatic promotion, or finish in the playoffs. Because as of right now, any of those three are a possibility. We're level on points with second place Cardiff, and we are 2 points behind first place Bournemouth. Forest did have 2 games in hand and lost them both. They could have been in second heading into today's final, well, what I'm hoping will be today's final episode of the season. If, of course, we finish in the playoffs, then we will have the month of May to come before the end of the season as well. So it's not even, you can add to the list of what will or will not happen. Will we or will we not be playing Premier League football next year? Because if we, of course, finish in the playoffs, we then still stand a chance of getting knocked out of the playoffs and not winning. Or not getting promotion. So, Christ knows what's going to happen today. Level at the top of the Golden Boot chase is Emmanuel Sabbi, but he's only scored 1 in his previous 4. So he could really do with banging the goals in today, and I could do with him banging the goals in today as well. We'll start with Swansea, and then we shall play at Nottingham Forest, and then play the rest by ear as to whether we will or will not play Leeds on the final day. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but we shall start with Swansea and take everything from there. I just hope to high heaven that we can get the top 2. At this stage, the title isn't that important to me. I just want promotion. Right, Swansea's team. Danny James still out wide up top, who we are maybe still interested in, maybe not still interested in. I'm really not sure right now. Tom Carroll still in the midfield. It's the same midfield 3 that played against us last time we played Swansea. They have a different goalkeeper in goal since we last played them. So I believe we got victory when we played Swansea last. I genuinely can't remember. We did not have the best of times of things on the field in the last episode though. So I'm certainly hoping for more positive football today. We'll wait and see if we actually get it. But we are, regardless of the quality of football we play, we're hoping for a positive outcome with regards the overall league position at the end of A, this month, B, this episode, C, this season. Harry Wilson ducks inside. I'll pull that back there to Ryan Leonard. Laid across to what was meant for Oscar Hill. Sabbi will find Hill. We learned not to shoot on his left foot in the last episode. That was actually a cross. And that's why I don't do anything on his left foot. Selena ducks back. This is support from Grimes, but Penny shows the strength to shrug off Selena. Leonard across here to Harry Wilson. And on the overlap is Jaden Bogle. Wilson will continue his run. Here he is. Harry Wilson shrugs off the man well. Well hit, but was pretty simple for the goalkeeper. We should win this. Well done, Oscar. Suarez Garcia, runners all around me. Which one to use though, I'm still not sure. There's Sabbi. Oh, and Harry Wilson's in behind. And I'll pull this back. And Uno gives us a 1-0 lead. When he hit that, I wasn't sure whether that was going in or not. Harry Wilson with the assist. Uno with the goal. Are two of our highest rated players. I think they might genuinely be our 2 highest rated players. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead against Swansea. Picks him out beautifully and just inside that top corner. Looking for Suarez Garcia. We'll get that out to Harry Wilson. It's not the best of passes, but Wilson will find him again and go again and be found again. And, looking for a second assist for Harry Wilson. Just couldn't quite find the space or time to turn it into a central position to find Sabbi, and Suarez Garcia is unlucky not to have found Harry Wilson there. Tom Carroll with a great interception. We're still 1-0 up though, so I'm happy enough for now. We could maybe make it 2. Uno was the sole goal scorer in a 1-0 win for us yesterday against Wigan. That's deflected and over the bar. And if he's the sole goal scorer for us again in a 1-0 win over Swansea, then I can't complain. But we could get a second here and have done. Emmanuel Sabbi is too good in the air. There aren't many in the Premier League that are going to be able to cope with him. But whether he gets the chance to test himself next season or has to wait a further year remains to be seen. But look at that leap. Unbelievable from Sabbi. And the header's good. All questions. Big questions about the defender on the line. He certainly could have done better with that. Sabi with his 19th goal of the league season. He scored 20 plus last year. I'd like to think he'll score 20 plus this year too. Speaking of two, it's 2-0. Back to Getrauda. This performance so far today is much more familiar with regards to how our season has gone so far and how we've tended to play. Yesterday was alien. It felt like I was playing with a completely different team in all 3 games. We were still able to get victories in 2 of them, but I really didn't feel comfortable, especially in that game against Wigan. We got a draw against Cardiff as well, in a game that I would have thought would have seen both sides playing excellent football, but it was just a 0-0 ball draw. This current 2-0 lead and hopefully win against Swansea, though, certainly give us the boost we need to go ahead for the rest of this month of April and hopefully get ourselves automatic promotion. I should have finished that. Oh, Garcia can't get to it to keep it in. Sabi furious with himself. That could have been 20 for the league season. Change is made by Swansea. Uno will deliver the corner, and underneath it could have been Perella. It's Mulder that punches it out, and Ryan Leonard has not had much luck with his long shots at all this season. In fact, I think he might be still waiting to score his first goal for the club. I might be wrong, and feel free to correct me if I am, but I think Ryan Leonard hasn't scored a goal for Cambridge yet all season. We'll wait and see. I'll have a look, of course, at the end of the year, whether it's end of the season, whether it's this episode or tomorrow's, if we only get to the playoffs and we need another episode tomorrow, at a season report or season roundup with a squad report. Oh, it's a lovely through ball, and Uno will make it 3. That is the Cambridge United we know and love. Cambridge 3, Swansea 0. Superb goal. And Uno has been popping up with very important goals. Very important goals in the latter stages of this season. It's Declan John. Inside there to Daniel James. Somehow shrugs off Jaden Bogle. Ryan Leonard out to cover for his right back. Only 60 seconds or so to go between us and a very comfortable 3-0 scoreline and 3-0 victory. Can't tell you how happy I am that this game has gone the way that it has as the first of the day after yesterday's horror show, or what felt like a horror show. We actually got some decent results, but it really did feel like a horror show for the majority of it. But 3 points and 3 goals and a clean sheet to start us off here against Swansea. It's absolutely brilliant. We did keep 3 clean sheets in our 3 played games yesterday. Bournemouth get a win though against Reading. Forest also win and Cardiff also win. So everything stays as it was in the league unless goal difference is in our favour, which it is. We're now above Cardiff on goal difference. Theirs is plus 21, ours is plus 22. Our 3-0 win compared to their 2-0 win sees us now up into the top 2 with 6 games to go. Now I said that the next game I was going to play was going to be Forest. So we shall have a game or 2 to simulate between now and then. Moreles is still growing really well. Again, 92 to 94 potential for him at some point in his career. And up next for us is Queen's Park Rangers at the end of the week. Ooh, scout report as well from Donahue. Sorry. Let's have a look. What we got? 70 to 90. He's going to be a defender, Lucas Mattis. We'll give that a little bit longer. I'm leaning towards no now rather than a yes. Adam Cameron has now gone to Sunderland, so he's a no. 80 to 94 for Colin Cooper, though. I'm definitely signing him now. Eric Morgan, probably not, but we'll wait. Probably. Oh, 39 to 53, no. 45 to 59, no. I will say no there as well. That's a definite no, and that's a definite no as well. We'll wait for Mattis. He's 6'2", so he could be decent, but that young American that we just signed there might be pretty tasty. Where are you? Colin Cooper, a striker, 6'3", 80 to 94 potential, already 80 strength, 72 acceleration, 71 sprint speed, 6'3" and 80 strength at 15 years of age. Hello, Mr. Cooper. You might be someone to keep an eye on for the future. We've still so many youngsters in our youth setup. Cameron Lee, 91 to 94 potential for a left back now. Everyone really starting to look like they could. Oh, Alfie Bennett, that's gone down, certainly. Sorry, bro. Everyone else looking like they could genuinely be top quality players in a few seasons' time. We're going to have our work out trying to decide which youngsters to keep and grow and which youngsters to let go at the end of this season, because I am going to have a big squad as we head into season number 5. A few players will be replaced, of course, like Ryan Leonard, as he'll be moved on, and we'll bring someone else of hopefully improved quality in. Savvy gets his 20th goal of the league season. Matt Penny picks up a knock, but he's been okay to continue. He might be substituted out before the end of the game. Hopefully he's all right. Just saw our Bournemouth drawing 1-1. Savvy gets another. Bournemouth lose 2-1 as Cardiff win 3-0. Bournemouth lose 2-1 there to Barnsley. So we should be top. And are. Oh, he's out for 4 months. Matt Penny, no. My number 1 left back out for 4 months. Mancini's going to have to step in. Thankfully, Mancini is decent and can do that role, but that's painful. Matt Penny has been a great player for us at left back and so very consistent over the course of numerous seasons now. That's desperately unlucky. I will refresh my training presets next season, and we'll, especially with that young 15-year-old striker, we'll certainly start training him, and we'll bring some new players in to start simming, training with, and then remove a couple of the more higher-rated players now, as we can allow them to grow on their own. But up next in a played game will be Forest away. This is huge. Lose this, and then Forest bring themselves right into the title fight, or automatic promotion fight at the very least. Win this, and it's basically a 3-way hunt for 2 places rather than a 4-way hunt for 2 places. Extremely important game upcoming. Cummings. What's said to Ben Osborne. Back to Cummings again. Osborne again. Getraudo's with him. Ben Osborne out wide to Robinson. Oh, nice little drop of the shoulder there. In fact, sent 2 defenders. Carvalho back to Robinson into Osborne. This is a hell of a start to the game from Forest. I haven't touched the ball yet. Thankfully, Perella touches the ball at the most vital point and intercepts. I don't know what to expect from Forest, but if that opening 5 minutes, oh God, is anything to go by, then we might be in for quite a difficult fixture. I see we'll just lay that across there to Leonard, and he's making a good run here, Harry Wilson. It's a brilliant first-time ball from Ryan Leonard. We'll try and drop the shoulder on the defender, which we've done well. We'll loop it into the middle, and Sabi could be there, but unfortunately, it's cleared away by a defender. This might be quite an end-to-end entertaining game. Hopefully, it's more entertaining as a title-challenging fight than the one against Cardiff was yesterday. Already we seem to have had more action in the first 10 minutes than we did in the first half against Cardiff. And Getraudo will head that away. It's not the best, to be completely honest, from Muno. And Matty Cash will get it back to Diawara. Matty Cash into Mancini's face. Talk about putting your body on the line. That was Doriqua, sorry, at right back. Here's Bridcut switching it to Robinson. Headed firmly forward to Ben Osborne, who turns well, shoots well, it's blocked. Drops to Cummins, who heads it straight into the arms of the happy and awaiting Dimitar Mitov. Oh, dear me, that could have been very kind for them with the way that that bounced around in the box. Cummins could easily have given them a 1-0 lead there. I can see this to Carvalho, and Oscar Hill steps in this time. Certainly having to do a lot of defending at the beginning of this game.
Played in those previous 2. I can see them making it 3 as well.
There to Carvalho, around the corner to Cummings. Cummings, Cash, Bridcut, inside to Taxidis. Is Osborne, nice little turn. Carvalho, well held by Mitov again. Forest doing all of the attacking, really, in this game so far. 25th minute, still 0-0, but I've barely gotten out of my half since that first highlight. Carvalho driving wide, trying to pull my defence around. It's really good football. Really good football from Forest, but we are, so far, dealing with it. I wouldn't say dealing with it well, but we are dealing with it. Leonard will look for Harry Wilson. Knock it inside there to Sabi. Early look. Oh, for the ball for Suarez Garcia. And it was a vitally important interception from the defender. That meant that it didn't reach him. But here's Sabi. Again. Ooh. And not far wide. Osborne. Turns well. Fires across there to Carvalho. Nicely into Matty Cash. Mitov quickly across. That was very well hit by Matty Cash. How many times have we seen first-time shots like that fly into the back of the net? Mancini's doing his best to put him off, and Mitov at full stretch to push it wide. Seen a number of those fly into the back of the net, especially against Billy Hughes in goal, but Mitov not to be caught out by them. Gravion into Carvalho to Cummings, through the gap to Cummings. Hang on, I got confused there. I thought Cummings was the man that was playing the pass. It was him that was on the end of it. Osborne in towards the middle, and the defender up round Leonard, not necessarily away. That took a deflection off Mancini, who's defending very well. Standing in for Matt Penny. He's only 70 rated, Mancini, but he does have the potential to get into the late 80s, I believe. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time here. Oh, nice interception by Mancini. Hill across to Leonard. Squeeze it to Sabi. Nice little flick to Suarez Garcia. Oh, dodgy first touch, but thankfully Ryan Leonard is on hand and on the scene even, to pick up the loose ball. Oh, Sabi can't do much against the defender though, and Gravion has done brilliantly there. It's been a rock for them at the back so far. I haven't been able to get the ball past him. Here's Ben Osborne. Oh, hello. That was a little bit fancy. Here's Robinson now pushing forward. We've got Barnsley next, Forest, so you'd assume, considering the season Barnsley were having, that's going to be pretty straightforward. 3 points for them. Here's Oscar Hill driving forward now. Uno's been the man to pop up with a goal when we've needed it recently. Oh, and he's that man again! Oscar Hill, that's almost a replica of the goal against Wigan yesterday. Oscar Hill playing it through the channel for Uno to run onto and then bury. That could be a massive goal. I mean, every goal at this stage of the season is absolutely huge for the title race as it stands, but Oscar Hill slotting it through a big question of offside. I wasn't sure whether he was on. Keeper did get a hand to it, but can't keep it out. The one yesterday against Wigan went low, and the keeper got a hand to it. This one goes high, and the keeper gets a hand to it, but same end result. Cambridge 1, our opposition 0. Good footwork. Leonard pokes it to Sabi. Quickly gets it to Suarez Garcia. Penalty given. Andrew Gravelon has been superb for Forest all day. An absolute rock at the back that I haven't been able to get the ball past. I wasn't able to get the ball past him then either, but he has just destroyed Suarez Garcia. João Carvalho going off. Uno to step up with a penalty. I'm going to give it 77 pence for Suarez Garcia. He won it. He can take it. And let's see if we can find ourselves a 2-0 lead. Yes, we can. Suarez Garcia makes it 2, and we are now surely staying top of the table, provided that other teams around us don't win by bigger margins. And then with 3 games to go, automatic promotion looks even more assured. Not that it's anywhere close to being assured as things stand, but the more we win, the better chance we stand. Here's Osborne. Across to Bridcut. Out wide to Cash. Oh, Bridcut, Cummings, Henry. He's off the bench and he's immediately made an impact. Forest aren't out of it yet. 2-1 and there's still 17 minutes to go. It's a long time when there's everything on the line. This is going to be a painstaking final 15 minutes, I think. Robinson over the top. Great ball looking for Ben Osborne, who brings it down well, crosses it in well, and Mancini's there at the back post to ensure they don't equalise. Cummings going off. Who's that coming on? I'm not sure. Wait and see. Corner to come in from Ben Osborne. It's Tom Walker that's come on. Decent delivery. All Gravelon with the header trying to make up for the penalty, but he can't do it. 10 minutes to go. Still 2-1 Cambridge United. There's Oscar Hill. Out to Mancini. Down the line to Uno. Oh, he's turned his side really nicely there, Uno. And I could pull it back. It's going to find its way to Oscar Hill. I tried to find Harry Wilson, but couldn't. There's Suarez Garcia, though. Turns Gravion well, and he's... Oh, it's gone in! He was so nervous from the last time he attempted to tackle Suarez Garcia. The Gravelon, the defender, just let him turn him. Last time he went through him and made the mistake of giving away the penalty. This time he didn't go through him. Makes a mistake of letting him turn him. You see him just give it a little bit of a, I didn't touch him, ref. And then it flies in. Questions to the keeper, though. Big questions to the keeper. I don't think it took a deflection. But Suarez Garcia pops up with his second of the game. We have a 3-1 lead, and we will get 3 points now. Henry. Across to Tom Walker. Around the corner to Matty Cash. Shot blocked. Cash again looking inside. Tom Walker goes to the ground. The fans cry for a penalty, but he's certainly got a big foot on the ball, the defender. Looking for Harry Wilson through that gap. He's not got the pace or the stamina, more importantly, to make it all the way to goal. And there's the final whistle. A big win. Very important win as well. That puts Forest's title hopes to bed, I would imagine. They had a lot of chances in that game though. 10 shots, 9 on target. Barnsley batter Leeds. Norwich win 2-1. Bournemouth draw 1-1. I missed Cardiff's result. Cardiff must have won. We are, though, with that draw for Bournemouth, looking ever more likely of assuring automatic promotion. And then it's a case of whether we will or will not win the title, rather than will we or will we not get automatic promotion. Back-to-back promotions from League One into the Championship and then up to the Premier League has been done before. And recently too, Southampton came second in League One, and then the very next season came second in the Championship to get automatic promotion into the Premier League. That was 6 years ago, I think. 5 or 6 seasons ago. Bournemouth came very close to doing that. They got promotion into the Championship from League One, then finished 10th, and the next year won the Championship to get promotion. So it took them 2 seasons to get up rather than back-to-back. But it has been done before and recently for a side to go League One to Championship up to the Premier League at the very next time of asking. We're going to win this one by 2-0 against Ipswich, make that 3-0 against Ipswich, and that might be automatic promotion assured for us. With 3 games to go, it is not. The gap is 5 points to Bournemouth. We've Sunderland next. Morelos wants to play in the next game, and to be fair, after scoring, I might give him that opportunity. Suarez Garcia's stamina is slightly lower. I will still start a slightly fatigued team, though, against Sunderland at home on the Saturday. And we'll see if we can get ourselves one step closer to automatic promotion and to Premier League football next year. Not the best of starts, though. 1-0 down after 60 seconds, or less than 60 seconds. But Sabi pulls it back. Half an hour in. Still 1-1. As we approach half-time, we'll stay level. Then Ryan Leonard gets a goal. That might, as I can't remember whether it was yesterday's episode or today's episode when I mentioned that Ryan Leonard, I'm not sure, I think it was today's actually, wasn't it? So I talked about the season roundup. Not sure whether that might well be Ryan Leonard's first goal for the club. We are into the Premier League next season. 3 points is all they can get for a win, Bournemouth, and they are 7 points behind us with 2 games to go. Guaranteed Premier League football next season for Cambridge United. But no guaranteed league title yet. I do quickly want to check, just out of curiosity, very, very quickly, whether that was Ryan Leonard's first goal for the club. He's got a domestic 2-match ban. It was his first goal this season, and he's going to miss the next 2 games. The final games of the season, he's going to be out-banned for. No, he's apparently... That must be a cup competition then. Must be cup competition. He's got a domestic 2-game ban. Oh, dear me. I did wonder there whether... Oh, simulate just one. Whether Ryan Leonard was going to be out for the remainder of the season and not be able to play a part in which he's been a massive part in our promotion campaign. We'll simulate the next game. And then we shall play the one against Leeds to ensure that we get 3 games played today and that we get to see the side lift the trophy, hopefully, if we win the title. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday up next. Morelos asked to play in the last game and did well, but I will put Suarez Garcia back in for this next one. Sabi's still going for the golden boot. We'll actually have a quick check and see if he's still on course for that. Oh, by a margin, 23 goals to Nyman's 19. They were both locked on 18 last time we checked. So, Cardiff, they need to, well, if we win, Cardiff need to win. But we need to make sure that we win first. Let's not get too carried away. We need to make sure that we win first to give ourselves the best possible chance of winning the league title this year. Van Aken is a player we were previously interested in before we signed Jack Watmore at centre-back. So, I'm glad that we did sign Watmore because he's been rock solid for us whenever called upon. But Getraura and Perella have made quite the partnership, and they will be taking that partnership into the Premier League next season. but we might not be winning the title. We've drawn 0-0 with Sheffield Wednesday, which means regardless of what Cardiff's result was, they could still catch us on the final day. And in fact, as we head to the final day, we are level on points with Cardiff City. Our goal difference is +3 better than theirs because they've scored exactly the same amount of goals as us in 45 games, but we've conceded 3 fewer. 92 points apiece as we head to the final game, which will be Leeds United, one of the biggest teams in the entire country. And if we beat them, then we will win the league. If we don't beat them, we might win the league. If we lose, we might win the league. But I've no idea. Gentleman wants to leave. I'm certain you'll want to stay once we get assured of Premier League football. Well, we already are assured, but once the game registers that we're assured of Premier League football, then our player returns from injury. Who's that? Is that going to be Matt Penny? No, Matt Penny was out for 4 months, wasn't he? Ziegler's back. And a scout report, 72 to 88 at left back for Lucas Mattis. I'm going to say no. 42 to 52 starting off is very, very low. 68 to 94 there, I'll say no. 69 to 94, 15, I'll say no. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I'll say no. That's a no. And Dennis Tremblay is going to be... I'll say yes, just because I'm going to lose him anyway if I don't. And then let's have a look at it. Dennis Tremblay, CDM. We'll see how that one transpires, but I'm not too confident. I'm not too confident. Right then. For the league title, it's Leeds United away. Roberts down the line to Sacco. Cross could come in here and does, but Jaden Bogle should be underneath that and is. Suarez Garcia, nice drop of the shoulder, finds Uno. Suarez Garcia will look early for Sabi. Oh, accelerate, get to that please. Oh, what a tackle by Pontus Jansson. Oh, I didn't quite put enough on the pass. If I did, Sabi would certainly have gotten to it. Oscar Hill, oh, trying to rekindle that partnership with Uno. Very nearly. Here's Harry Wilson. Forward to Suarez Garcia, takes it in his stride well, turns well, crosses well. Sabi misses the football. Uno! Ah! Saved at the near post. Corner to come in. Uno delivers. Getrauda! Off the underside of the bar. Win that! No, off the line by Luke Ayling.
So close to taking the
How has it not gone in? Oh my lord, there's everything, literally everything on the line, including the ball and a defender. Oh, metaphorically and literally everything on the line. Oh, dearie me. What a start to the game. 0-0 in the 13th minute. Try and get Harry Wilson in. We'll get that to Sabi. Touch is good. Turn is good. There's Oscar Hill. Uno made the run. Sabi. Suarez Garcia, no. Pontus Jansson clears. I don't think I've got the match or like scoreline updates on for Cardiff. I can't remember. I didn't manually put them on, so whether they're on by default, I'm not sure. Oscar Hill will pick up that loose ball though. Look for Sabi, who will drop the shoulder, turn, bend the ball into Huffer's hands. Jansson can't keep it in though. Corner to come in. Uno delivers. Getrauda again! Huffer makes the save. There's something very, very satisfying about screaming the word Getrauda! But I can't do it for Sabi either because that's gone well into the stand. Oh, yeah, show that one. It probably got even closer to the line when Harry Wilson had the header and then Luke Ayling cleared it off the line itself rather than right next to it. How are we not 1-0 up? Here's Phillips. Tyler Roberts quickly to Baker. Lewis Baker out wide to Sacco. Yosuke to Sacco via Tyler Roberts again. Nice turn. Here's Tyler Roberts. All space for Lewis Baker on the edge of the box. Good block by Perella. Lewis Baker with a header and Mitov will leap away to make the save. Well, if we're having chances at one end, they're certainly still creating at the other. Mancini. Oh, that wasn't meant for Perella. And that wasn't meant for Mancini, but both passes were meant for Uno. And in the end, when it does try and go to Uno, it doesn't reach him. Phillips down the line to Ayling, who's a goal line hero so far. And he could get himself an assist here, and has done. How has Tyler Roberts beaten Catrota to that? I tried to attack the ball there with the centre-back, and he's just waited and let the striker get ahead of him. Simple cross, and he's gone with his feet. Why have you gone with your feet, mate? I don't know what he's doing now. I've told him to attack the ball and clear it, and he's tried to volley it on his left foot rather than just head it away. You're one of the most physical centre-backs in the entire league, Getroda. Please, mate. When I need to win to guarantee winning the Championship to get to the Premier League, I cannot deal with you making mistakes like that. It does help, however, when you've got Suarez Garcia in a great vein of goal-scoring form, who can go straight from kick-off and bang you back level. Get in! Right, we're back in it again! It's 1-1. I still don't know what Cardiff's scoreline is. We know that a win is probably enough. Any win is probably enough, because I don't see Cardiff winning by 4 or more. But who knows? Honestly, who knows? We have to ensure that we get the win at the very least. And right now, we're better than we were 2 minutes ago because we're drawing, but we're still not in front. And that is the only result that will guarantee us, as far as we're concerned, the league title. We'll find out in a few moments what the scoreline is for Cardiff on the final day. Jack Clark here is a player we were interested in signing earlier on in the season. Went with Harry Wilson instead. Oh, but he might be involved here, Jack Clark. And is, but nice tackle by Ryan Leonard. He might be playing one of his final games for Cambridge United here. Lewis Baker to Rafa Soares, headed away by Getroda. If only he'd done that first time round. Here's Josica, gone to Lewis Baker. Sacco, Tyler Roberts, cleared away by Mancini. Very brave diving to that. Now, what is the Cardiff scoreline, please? I would very much like to know. Cardiff City are 2-0 up against Birmingham. As it stands, we are finishing second in the Championship. I need a goal. They need 2 more to go level on goal difference with us if we score 1. But they will then win the league on goals scored, I believe. On goals scored. So if we both win and they win by a big enough margin, then they will go above us on goals scored. At present, it's, well, if we win by 2 goals to 1 and they win by 2 goals to 0, we'll win the league on goal difference, which is where we were prior to kickoff, ahead of them on goal difference. If things stay exactly as they are, then we'll finish second and Cardiff will win the league. If we score a second and they score no more, or 1 more, then we will win the league on goal difference. If they score 2 more and we win by 2 goals to 1, then I think they win the league on goals scored. There's still so many possibilities that could potentially happen with 1/2 of the 46th and final game. Perella with a header, cleared away off the line. I think it was probably going wide. Good win by Jaden Bogle aerially there, but we can't get possession. Again, I need to win to at least stand a chance, and right now I'm not doing that. Half an hour or so to go. We need to get a goal. Sabi chests that to Harry Wilson. I'm entirely too sure why he did that. I tried to play that over the top, but couldn't quite get out of his feet in time. He was looking to get away there, Sabi, but Uno is away, and it could be Sabi that we find in the middle. It's not. Uno gets that back to Mancini. Here's Ryan Leonard. Doesn't score many. Oh! And hasn't scored yet. Uno to deliver. In it comes. Suarez Garcia's there. Catraro will get this down. Perella back to Mancini. Has scored 1 banger on his left foot for us. Not to score another. Billy McKay on with Clark going off. Uno to deliver the corner. Catraro's underneath it. It's well wide of the target. It's with a flip. Phillips out wide to Sacco. Ayling looking to send Tyler Roberts in behind. Catraro's trying to close him down. Perella will cut that out. Suarez Garcia out wide looking for Gerzic, who I brought on out wide as per some of your feedback. We mentioned it in a previous episode, and it still could end up in the back of the net, but Perella does brilliantly. We mentioned it in a previous episode that Gerzic has the electric pace, not that much finishing stat-wise, but actually has decent crossing. So we could utilise his pace out wide, and then that crossing ability. But unfortunately, he's not able to pick out a teammate on that occasion. I am seriously running out of time now. 13 minutes left. Mancini into Suarez Garcia, across to Ryan Leonard, looking for Sabi. Emmanuel Sabi, oh, he's poked away from him by the defender. Anything shot-wise from Emmanuel Sabi there, and that is game over at 2-1. He'll get this to Gerzic. We'll get it back inside to Suarez Garcia, who will roll and find Oscar Hill, who will give that to Sabi. Oh, I've passed it to nobody. I'm absolutely crumbling. Josh Onuma tackled. That should be my throw, and is. Oh, I'm really, really nervous now. They're making a change. The Sacco goes off. Leonard will throw it into Gerzic. Pull that back to Oscar Hill. Mancini is across there. Oh, it's not the best of passes. Oh, but it is a decent cross. But Gerzic is going to have the pace to keep it in. But keep it in is all he can do. It's Jaden Bogle. We'll go back to Gerzic. Now I need that crossing. It's decent. Oh, Sabi's chested it. Why has he not headed it on goal? He's chested it backwards. That might be my last chance. Oh, I can't believe it. We are not going to win the championship. Unless Birmingham City have had an absolute madness of a second half, we are not going to win the championship. It will be automatic promotion only. Leeds' corner now. Unless Birmingham have done absolutely incredible things in the second half away from home down in Cardiff.
Oh dear, I feel for them, Alan.
Yeah, it's not to be.
So much to win that league title.
We haven't won the league title. Oh, lads. It was in our hands. And, well, this goal line, 12 shots, 8 on target. It's a highlight. This goal line block from Luke Ayling has won Cardiff City the championship. Off the bar and down, and it's just hit him in the face. It's just hit him in the face. He doesn't know much about it. Thrown it with the header. It comes down off the bar. It's Harry Wilson that's underneath it, I believe, number 29. We'll swing around. No, that's Ryan Leonard. It's Ryan Leonard that's underneath it. And it hits him in the side of the face. That is the difference between winning and losing a league title. Cardiff City owe Luke Ayling a massive amount of money. Congratulations, Cardiff, for winning the league 3-0 in the end over Birmingham. So if we had been able to sneak a goal to go 2-1 in front, we would have won the league by +1 goal difference. As it happens, we lose the league by -2 points. I'm gutted, man. We win League One. We finish second in the championship. Back-to-back promotions, replicating what Southampton did just a few short years ago, but not able to win the title. I'll now advance to the end of the season, and we'll have a quick season roundup before heading into the Premier League tomorrow. Right, so we are at the end of the season. One thing I want to quickly cover, in case I forget, because you know what I'm like, I'm going to go through my training presets, and I'm going to remove the majority of everybody that's on here and let them start to grow on their own, because we have the next batch, the next generation, so to speak, of youth players that I now want to start training. So players like Ziegler, that's already 75. Mancini, I'll keep training. Hughes, I will stop training and probably sell actually next season. Moreles, I'll stop training. Lee, I'll stop training. Monye will continue. Adebola will continue for now. Gerzic, I'll stop training. And I've got another generation of young players to come through that will be added to this training regime. I was hoping just to get Moreles to 75 if I could, but unfortunately I've got very, very close, but not quite able to do it. We've got another set of young players to come through now that I can add to those training regimes, like Edwards, like Baker, like Lee, like Clouchy, and I've got a number of others in the youth club as well. One thing actually key to notice here, or go into it in more detail, Sabi's 77 rated now. His quote-unquote fixed potential was 76, and he'd been sat at 76 for ages, and I didn't think he was going to grow anymore, but now he has. That very much pleases me heading in towards the Premier League season. But let's have a quick roundup then of everything that happened for us this season in the Championship. As you know, we finished second in the league today, unfortunately. Also promoted at Cardiff. Not sure who yet has been promoted from the playoffs, but we'll find out in due course. Relegated will be Leeds United, relegated to League One. Despite their point against me on the final day, they couldn't keep themselves up. Wickham and Barnsley also relegated, the other two sides to have joined us from the Championship this year. In the FA Cup, we didn't have that good a cup run. It was Manchester City that won there. Next year, I will be putting a lot of emphasis on the cups, don't worry. Wolves win the Carabao Cup on penalties out of Manchester United. And joining us in the Premier League next year will be Nottingham Forest after they win on penalties. Congratulations to them. The Champions League this season, in season number 4, was won by Real Madrid over Atletico by 2-1. I believe last year Real lost to Barcelona in the Champions League final. If memory serves, I might be mistaken. I normally am. In the Europa League, West Ham United win the Europa League on penalties over Fiorentina. I did not see that coming. And in the World Cup, it's currently Germany, Peru, Greece and Russia. France, Uruguay, Mexico, Bulgaria. Netherlands, Colombia, Romania, New Zealand. Brazil, Portugal, India, Norway. Spain, Ireland, Egypt, Finland. England, Cameroon, Canada, Northern Ireland. Italy, South Africa, Australia, Hungary, Belgium, Argentina, Ivory Coast and Scotland. We shall keep tabs on that at the beginning of the next season. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table and the other larger leagues around Europe to see how everyone got on. Tottenham Hotspur win the league. I think, again, that may even be three seasons in a row Tottenham win the league. I'll have to go back and check. City, Arsenal and Chelsea round out the top 4. Man United 5th, Liverpool only 6th. Relegated and not playing us in the Premier League next season, Derby County, Blackburn Rovers and Burnley. Derby almost coming close to matching their record low of 11 points by getting just 14. Promoted, wow, from League 2. Oh, no, that's League 2. I thought for a moment Forest Green had gotten promoted into the Championship. Millwall and Portsmouth promoted into the Championship next season. One of Peterborough, Rotherham, Charlton and Sheffield United will join them. Getting relegated are Lincoln, Bury, Notts County and Doncaster. Then League 2, Forest Green, Wimbledon and Accrington Stanley back up into League 1. One of MK Dons, Northampton, Gillingham and Oldham will join them in League 1 next year. And again, if the conference was on the game, Newport and Macclesfield would have been relegated. In France, Lyon win the league by a point ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. Congratulations to them. Leipzig win the league in Germany ahead of Bayern Munich by 2 points. That's the first time they've won the league in their history, albeit brief. Juventus win Serie A by 3 points from Lazio, who certainly wouldn't have been a side I would have said would have been up there. And Real Madrid win La Liga, a double for them. Maybe even a treble if they won the Copa del Rey as well. Congratulations to Real Madrid. Right, player stats. Back-to-back golden boots from Manuel Sabi. 23 goals this year. Assist-wise, Uno gets the assists with 15. Sabi with 10. We'll have a quick look and see if there are any other Cambridge goal scorers in there. Suarez Garcia on 14. Uno had 11, I believe. No, Uno had 12. There you go. He's on that list. Sabi with 10 assists as well. Suarez Garcia is there with 8. Ryan Leonard is there with 8 as well, which is nice to see, considering he's probably not going to be playing for us much more. No golden glove for either of my goalkeepers this year. Between them, they would have finished joint first. No, between them they would have won it. Mitov with 9 and Hughes with 10, and they would have got 19. But we started with we started with Mitov, then went to Hughes. Realised that Hughes really wasn't actually that good and went back to Mitov. 9 in 17 for Mitov, 10 in 29 for Hughes. He may be 7 ratings lower, Mitov, but he's just a better goalkeeper. There's no two ways about it. Etheridge getting the golden glove for him and for his team, of course, winning the league, so fair play to them. Now, I want to quickly show you the finances actually, because you can see there we have a profit of 102 million. Where does that come from? Because we got 8.5 million for winning the league. Prize money, or for coming second in the league, sorry. 8.4 million. However, because we've been promoted into the Premiership, we've gotten a promotion supplement of £90 million. So we will have a massive overall profit margin this season, and I don't know what that will do for our transfer budget next year. It might be pretty ginormous comparatively to what we've had thus far. I didn't do the goalkeeper, defender, midfielder and forward. I think I didn't sign a goalkeeper from my youth academy, but we did the other one. Brand exposure wise, I've got one more season to do that. Financial wise, obviously 100 million. Yes, we're going to do that one. Obviously, we're able to do the Championship one. FA Cup, still no luck in any FA Cup or Carabao Cup competitions for us this year, but I'm hopeful for next season that we will be able to progress there. Elliot Bailey, these are my youth players that I'm contemplating calling up next year, or I'm certainly going to start training next year, as I mentioned at the beginning of this season roundup. I think he's grown. I don't remember him being 6'7" when I first called him up. Do you? I thought he was 6'4", 6'6". He's 6'7" now, regardless. 88 to 94 potential at 62 rated currently. 15 years of age. Physicals look great already. Technically, I can train him. He could be phenomenal. He could be absolutely phenomenal. Colin Cooper, 83 to 94, our most recent addition. The American. We'll wait and see how he grows next season. I'm not sure whether I'll train him yet. I might. Rob Gray, 84 to 90 potential for him. The Scottish CDM. We'll see how he grows. Still not sure about Dennis Tremblay, 69 to 89. We'll wait and see when that window narrows, but I might just release him. And then 88 to 94 for Patrick Turner. He's certainly going to get his training regime on next season. So then, let's have a final season squad report. So who did what this year? Dimitar Mitov will stay at the club. He will stay at the club. He's grown by +1 this year, obviously with training. Billy Hughes will leave. I will sell Billy Hughes next season. He's not been good enough. I want to replace him in my starting lineup. Callum Green, I'm not sure what to do with him. I might continue to train him. His kicking's 84, which is why his overall is as high as it is. His positioning's terrible. I haven't trained him, and he's grown +4. So I might not train him again next year and just... or maybe add him in, or it depends what goalkeeper we get next year, because I am going to sign a goalkeeper next year. But with regards to Callum Green's training, I might add him in where Billy Hughes currently is in the goalkeeper training, or it depends who else we buy. I'm not sure yet. We'll wait and see. Jaden Bogle up 3 this year, right back, 21 years of age, 75 rated. He's brilliant, going nowhere. Still my starting right back. Archie Harrison, still growing well despite not being trained. I still don't like him in game. I will sell him on when the time comes, but for now, he might as well keep growing, and then we can maximise our potential profit from him. A little bit of individual growth from Bradley Halliday, but still only a squad player at best. Greg Taylor's stats aren't decreasing, so I'm delighted about that. He played 5 games for me this season. He's staying at the club till the end of his career. Jack Watmore is up 1 to 73. He would like to leave. He's unhappy, but he will get more first-team football next year. Victor Perella up 3 to 78 without training, of course. Our first Scout Future star. 95 short passing. Victor Perella up 11 this year without training. Pretty spectacular. He's amazing. Getrauda up 2 to 72. Physically incredible. Technically getting there. Still only 21. Certainly got a lot to play, or a lot of good first team football ahead of him this next season. Getrauda. Cameron Lee asked to be called up, so I called him up. He could play at left back or centre back, and he does seem like he's going to be more suited to centre back. He's only 5'11" though, so I'm not sure if he's actually going to be that good, but we'll wait and see how he grows. I will go through and show you guys the potential tags on all of my youngsters as well, as I saw a comment asking for that too. Giovanni Mancini's up 5 this year, obviously with training, to 71. He's very, very good, rock solid, and will probably start the season next year as Matt Penny, who will continue to be my starting left back, as Matt Penny is up 3 at 74 rated, 90 acceleration now, and still growing phenomenally well. No training, of course. Oscar Hill, haven't trained him this year. He's still grown by 2. Very good in the tackle. Passing still not that good, but has a number of assists to his name. 4 in the Championship this season. Most notably, those 2 incredible passes through for Uno in the past couple of episodes. Suarez Garcia up 3 with no training this year. Acceleration up to 95 now. How many goals did he get all told? 15 goals in all comps, 8 assists. Great season for him. Will continue to start at cam for me for the time being. And then we will figure out what to do with Moreles and his starting spot later down the line. David Amu, his stats are starting to drop now, but we'll keep him at the club as he's another original player. Toby Edwards, again, asked to be called up. 78 acceleration, 71 sprint speed. They are growing, which is good, without training. And then technically he's growing well, so I am going to start to train him as well. Could do with a little bit more strength. He's 5'7", 4-star skills, which is promising. Clouchy, 19, 63 rated. 4-star weak foot. Physicals look okay. Technically could really do with improving, but is improving. And that's without training as well. So again, going to try and train him next season, see what we can do with him. Isaac Morris, 5-star weak foot, up 4 to 73 without training. At 19 years of age, technically looking pretty decent now. 87 ball control, 84 crossing, up 11. Again, no training on him. I really need those physicals to improve if he's to be useful, though. That's a big problem. Elliot Lee, with training, up to 75, up 7 this season. Technically looking very good. 86 stand tackle, 89 short passing. His long shots, dribbling and ball control are all very good as well. And he will now grow, hopefully, off his own back. I will stop training him. Lewis Baker, not the Chelsea Lewis Baker, a new Lewis Baker. Potential to get into the 90s for him, I believe. Looking decent already. Again, could do with the extra strength. 5-star Lewis Baker. Yeah. Ryan Leonard, 30 years of age. His stats started to drop. Long shots down 1. Probably going to be sold next year. And that position in the starting lineup will be improved upon. Probably only going to look to buy 2 players in the first window next season to replace Ryan Leonard and to replace Hughes, a goalkeeper and a centre mid. I don't think I'm going to buy anywhere else at this stage. Bauman up 3 to 69. Not looking like he's going to be that good for me long term. Uno up 3 to 78. Very good season for him. 12 goals, 15 assists. Really pleased with that. Moreles up 7 to 74. With training, I will now stop training him and we'll see how he grows of his own accord. But potential of 92 to 94, so he should still grow quite well. Bakare up 2 to 69. Don't know what to do with him. Probably going to be another one, especially with 1-star weak foot, that we will let grow and then sell on. I may even sell him on now, seeing as Lewis Baker has come in and he looks like he's going to be incredible. So I might just sell Bakare on now and cut my losses. Harry Wilson came in up 1 to 79 this year. 1 goal, 3 assists. Wasn't the best, but there's still plenty of time for him to grow and improve and me to get better at using him. Certainly does take me a while to bed in with new players. Herbert Ziegler up 5 to 75 this year. Not going to train him anymore. Going to see how he grows off his own back. 4 goals in all comps and 2 assists. Sabi up 3 without training. 77 rated now. Finishing up 1 to 74. Again, my top goal scorer. 26 goals in all competitions. 10 assists as well. Really pleased with him as ever. Delighted. Gerzic up 5 to 75. Again, won't train him anymore now. We'll see how he grows off his own back. Finishing up 8 to 64. That's really, really starting to grow of its own accord. Last time I saw, his finishing was 60. That was at the end of the season. Like earlier on in the month of May. Or earlier on in the month of April, sorry. Now at the end of June, he's finishing as 64. I'm quite happy to leave him as the Ibra regen and let him grow off his own back, and he will become an incredible player. Benedict Monnier, 1-star skills. Up 7 though this year, but with the signing of that new young striker, I don't know, or 2 young strikers actually, I think. Benedict Monnier, I'm not sure what's going to be his future at the club. I will continue to train him. Dennis Adebola also will continue to get trained, at least for in the short term, until he reaches like 74, 75 rated. Then we'll contemplate training other youngsters and removing his training regime. But Adebola currently 72 rated. Just to refresh my memory, I did have 2 strikers in here, didn't I? Oh no, it was just Cooper. 83 to 94 for Colin Cooper. Who was the incredible... Oh, it was a centre mid, Patrick Turner, 88 to 94. centre mid. Colin Cooper, though, 83 to 94. 6'3" at 15 years of age. That is very promising. Very promising indeed. Elliot Bailey, I'm really excited about as well. 6'7". 84 aggression at 15 years of age. That is one angry young man. That, though, will be the end of our championship season. Tomorrow, we start life in the Premier League. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I will see you tomorrow in the Premier League. Let's get going.